Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge update for one of the world's busiest blockchains. It's called the Fermi Hard Fork, and trust me, it's all about making your experience on the BNB chain faster and smoother than ever before.
So let's just start with a simple question that gets right to the heart of what's happening here. What if everything you did on the blockchain, every single transaction, every swap, every little in-game action felt pretty much instant? Well, that's the future BNB chain is building toward.
Okay, but before we jump into the future, we gotta understand the present. To really get why this upgrade is such a big deal, we need a super quick refresher on how the BNB ecosystem actually works.
Right at the center of everything, you have the BNB token. You can think of it as the fuel, the lifeblood, of the entire network. And it's not just some speculative asset. It was designed from the ground up to be used for a massive amount of everyday activity.
And when I say everything, I mean everything. You use it to pay for transaction fees, what we call gas, right? You use it to interact with DeFi, to trade NFTs, and to play games. But it's also crucial for security. Validators stake it to keep the network safe. And on top of all that, a portion of the tokens are regularly burned, which actually reduces the total supply, making it a deflationary asset over time.
So this whole design, it all serves a core philosophy. BNB chain is really built around these three pillars: keeping fees low, making transactions fast, and delivering a smooth user experience. The goal is pretty straightforward. Make using a blockchain feel less like some complicated technical chore and more like, just using any other app on your phone.
But here's the thing, this focus on a great user experience, it has worked maybe a little too well. And with incredible growth comes its own set of challenges, what you might call growing pains.
And check out this number, because it really puts that growth into perspective. 200 million. That's how many active addresses the network is supporting every single year. That's just a massive amount of activity, and every single one of those users expects a completely flawless performance.
It's just a natural consequence of success, right? As any platform gets busier, its users' expectations just go up. They want even faster confirmations, more reliability, and just better performance all around. The network has to evolve to meet that demand.
So how does BNB chain level up to meet these huge expectations? Well, this is where the Fermi Hard Fork comes into the picture. It is the network's big answer to the challenge of scale.
So what is it exactly? Well, Fermi is a really fundamental upgrade to the chain's engine, and it's scheduled for early 2026. Its goal is simple but incredibly important: to seriously boost everyday performance without, and this is key, without compromising the stability and security of the network.
And this is the single biggest change you're going to feel. Block time, that's the time it takes to create the next block of transactions, is being cut a lot. We're going from an already speedy 0.75 seconds all the way down to just 0.45 seconds. To put that in perspective, it's like the whole network is going from a fast internet connection to true fiber optic. It's a huge leap.
So how does this one big change in block time really translate into a better, safer, and smoother experience for every single person using the chain?
So what does this actually mean for you? Well, it means pretty much every action is going to feel snappier. Your transactions will process faster. Your wallet actions will feel smoother. DeFi trades are going to settle more quickly, and on-chain games, they're going to become way more responsive. It's a total upgrade to the whole feel of using the network.
Now, whenever you hear about a blockchain getting faster, it's totally fair to ask a pretty important question. Does that speed come at a cost? Is there some kind of trade-off with security? The developers have actually addressed this concern head-on. Their whole philosophy is crystal clear. They are not trading safety for speed. Instead, what they're doing is tightening the system to make these performance gains both predictable and, most importantly, safe. And here's how they're doing it. The upgrade reinforces something called fast finality rules. Now, in simple terms, finality is basically the guarantee that once your transaction is confirmed, it is permanent. It cannot be reversed. Squee makes this guarantee even stronger, so even as the network gets faster, your transactions stay completely secure. Okay, so a faster, safer network sounds amazing. But what do you, as a user, a developer, or a BNB holder, actually need to do to get ready for this major upgrade? And the simple, beautiful answer is absolutely nothing. You don't have to lift a finger. This all happens at the protocol level. The validators and the node operators, the people running the network's infrastructure, they're going to handle all the technical stuff behind the scenes. Your wallets, your apps, your smart contracts, they'll just keep working. Only now, they'll be faster.
Now, it's really important to get that Fermi isn't some sudden, rushed change. It's actually the final, very carefully planned step in a multi-year process. The team has been slowly reducing block times and testing every single phase in the real world to make sure everything is rock solid for this final leap.
So if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. The Fermi hard fork is all about getting BNB chain ready for true mass adoption. It's about building a network that can handle that next wave of millions of users without sacrificing the speed, the security, or that smooth experience it's known for.
This upgrade is really pushing BNB chain toward the absolute limits of what a global blockchain can do today. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating final thought. As these networks get faster and faster, almost approaching the speed of information itself, what completely new applications and innovations suddenly become possible? That is the exciting future we're all heading into.